Do this, we want to point out this is a depth chart, so we're not actually projecting the line combos or the D pairings. Craig, let's begin with you. Is this team better, worse, or the same as last year's edition of the Oilers?
I think they're going to be a much more capable team. And, you know, Tyson Barrie's going to have to step in and do some things offensively. But they've also, they know what Yamamoto is, and Yamamoto can score. They also know that Ethan Bear is a really good, solid defenseman on the blue line. Puljujärvi comes back. He's refreshed. Call it a reset. And let's keep this in mind. And I think it's really important to keep this in mind. The goaltending comes back the same, and there's consternation among Oilers fans. This team, up to the pause, was a really good team. They had a bad week in the qualifying round versus the Chicago Blackhawks. And if you're going to define your team based on one bad week, you're going to be in big trouble. The Tampa Bay Lightning had one bad week a year ago in the playoffs versus Columbus. I like what Ken Holland has done under serious cap considerations.
Yeah, Craig, there were serious cap considerations, but the number that sticks out to me, and you can say it's one bad week, was the .869 save percentage that those goaltenders, Mike Smith and Mikko Koskinen, had in that short playoff run. That's unacceptable. That's the reason why they lost to the Blackhawks and nothing else. It didn't have anything to do with the production from Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl or the leadership or anything else related to that. It simply came down to goaltending in this case. You can't win with those types of numbers. And to bring the same guys back, even understanding the cap constraints that this team had, doesn't exactly inspire confidence, not in an offseason in which more goaltenders were available than seemingly ever before. There was a real opportunity for Ken Holland to upgrade his team in net, even find a long-term starter, and that didn't happen. So I think the Oilers are looking at more of the same instead of a chance to really improve this for this season. Okay, so that's what Frank and Craig think, but what do you, the viewers, think? We asked that very question in preparation for today's show, and according to you, 57% of you think the Oilers are better this year, while nearly a third say they're the same. All right, Craig, so what's next for Kenny Holland?
Well, I mean, we know that Oscar Klefbom, a significant player on their blue line and on their team, will be out for a period of time. But I think right now this is a tremendous opportunity for Darnell Nurse to establish himself as a really good, solid go-to defenseman. There's no problem with Darnell with respect to his competitive spirit, his desire to make things happen. He wants to win. He wants to always make an impact in the game. But as you mature as a defenseman, you also have to learn what not to do. I think by having more ice time, more responsibility, the opportunity for Darnell to do more by doing less is right there. And not only can it solidify him on the Oilers' blue line, it may very well put him into strong consideration for Team Canada for the 2022 Olympics.
What's next for Ken Holland, Craig? How about getting Ryan Nugent-Hopkins locked up to a long-term extension? Talks have been ongoing between the Oilers and Nugent-Hopkins camp for the last number of weeks, and I'm told that progress has indeed been made on something that would probably look like a 7 or 8 year extension at a significant number. The Oilers would like to keep that number under $7 million AAV, but there's no question that Nugent-Hopkins, with what he brings to that team, how long he's been there, and all of the different things that he's experienced in oil country, he wants to be there when this team finally puts it all together and has a chance to win.
It'd be nice there to see it all pay off for him.